Morning everybody, welcome back. Well, we're getting ready to put the floors in and we just pulled it in. There it is. That's our new floor, and this is...
We now live on the porch. This is the contents of our cabin.
And this is what it looks like down here now.
Okay.
So we'll still have to pull up a wood stove to do the floor down here. We're just going to do this in stages. We'll do upstairs later. I'm not sure exactly when that's going to take place. But there's we're getting close to a blank canvas. So we're going to try doing voiceover for kind of a montage here. That's the lock ladder. That's way heavier than it looks. It surprises me every time. This is us pulling out the hearth, which was just held together with the silt there. And that's tarp technology is way underutilized. And going in with the first plank, had to cut it around the curved corners. And
That was Larch. He's our building inspector.
yeah,
He's really good at it.
Screwing them down into the joist. We left the OSB down, and it's 7/8 planking. So we're sticking them in with 3-inch screws. I left the OSB down because we have 2-foot spacing on the joist. So we got Nicole finishing the wood. We ended up going with shellac first time we really used it, and it turned out great. It looks beautiful. There's a clear shellac. We used it because it's alcohol based, no VOCs, and dries extremely fast. And so we were able to basically put multiple coats on as soon as we were ready.
We're getting our system down. I'm shellacking while Mike is cutting the next board. And then I help Mark where the screws go, and he screws down the floor boards. And then I start shellacking when he's like midway through screwing down the boards.
So we got marking around the log posts with the pizza box. I just made some measurements, cut it out with my tin snips, and it has a square, nice flat edge on it. So I did one for one side, one for the other. I'm scoring across the grain so when I hit it with the jigsaw it doesn't chip out the top of the board. Just got that new Ryobi jigsaw and the brad nailer, which has been amazing. You'll see that later. Jigsaw I've been meaning to add that to the arsenal for a long time, and it's awesome. Nicole, through this process, as you've seen, is doing all the shellacking. Here I'm marking the speed square with each board is its own length essentially, so I had to kind of adjust the speed square.
So he's marking the holes marking where the screws go.
Right.
And then I'm kind of helping with that as time goes on there. And
so I would change the placement on each board, so I'd kind of remark the speed square for Nicole to have, so keep the marks consistent. Did a little less than a third in the boards. If they shrink at all, I wanted to not grab the boards by the ends so it doesn't have so much tension on the screws. Nicole's our shellac pro.
Shellacking is my life.
And it's nice because Nicole likes to paint real thin, and shellac can go on in really thin coats. Neither of us are professional painters, but yeah, shellac.
Then after we do one coat, then we sand, and then I do another coat, and then I sand, and then I do another coat.
On the floors.
We did 3 coats on the floors.
Yeah, because we ran out of time. So it's 400 grit sandpaper, just a real quick pass over it.
Man down. Oh, and look, this is a piece of foam I've been using for my knees to scoot around on because I made the mistake of shellacking this whole part of the floor a couple of days ago without any knee padding, and my knees are super sore. Turns out that's hard on the body. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Pro tip. Amateur tip, because I'm not a pro. New plan. Amateur tip. Padding under the knees while you're working on the flooring.
So it took us a day to get the floor in, and we had to finish the shellac on another day, and here we're getting the wall started.
But gosh, it's just like, looks like a whole new space already with covering up the OSB and starting to cover up the insulation. So, okay, we'll take a quick look at all of our items outside. Fortunately, one of the pros of it being cold out is that our refrigerator is living outside. It's not plugged in, and all the food in there is just fine. So, we have that going for us. Oh, God. Well done, Larch. Nice cameo, buddy.
So we're installing wall cladding here, and it was not trivial that we have round posts everywhere, because every cut, there's not a square cut in any of this wood. And then I'm actually trying to figure out how to scribe it in tight. What I ended up doing is cutting a gouge with a chainsaw on some of it, so the boards actually had a pocket to sit behind. But on this corner, I actually hit a nail with my chainsaw and I didn't feel like sharpening it, so I ended up just kind of using a T, what do they call it, a sliding T square or something, like an angle finder, to kind of get me close on all the gaps against the posts.
Look at how fast I go.
She literally goes that fast when she's painting.
She doesn't.
When you put her side by side with me trying to paint, that's what it looks like. So that's She-Ra, our Princess of Power. That's our power station. We left it in place the whole time, which was a bear to work around for sure. But
it's kind of, it would be more of a pain to unhook it all.
Yeah, take it out and keep putting it back in.
Like you had to do with that thing.
So that's
the
our
heater.
Fire shield. If you saw the black spots on the insulation earlier, that wasn't fire. There's a tar or some type of black substance on the paper, and the paper did get heated, but it just liquefied that black vapor barrier layer, and it saturated the paper. Wasn't a fire. Now we're doing the ceiling. Went better. They definitely went better, but the boards I was cutting weren't square, and so that changed too. Every piece of wood was like a piece of trim. So one measurement, one board for the whole project, and this is it. This is what we got done.
So the rest will be done next spring, up in the loft and the flooring of the loft and the rest of the
Finish the
walls
cabin,
and ceiling.
but
yeah. And the window trim, yeah.
In the trim, but it's amazing. It changed our lives living amongst the wood.
So nice. Yeah, and then next year maybe we'll be able to get to building out the kitchen too, putting in countertop and all that good stuff. So thanks for watching our montage video. Following along with us. We're gonna head south here pretty soon.
So now we're just getting ready we're breaking up camp.
Look at Larch, he's ecstatic.